Hello guys, this is Avcoor. I want to talk about Erica. This is a character I actually want to pick up, and sadly, I actually want to pick her up more so than I want Jen because I got Marguerite, and I'm starting to see and realize the power of a mono light team because I use Marguerite, I use Clefairy, and I also use Gabriel, and they're functioning pretty well together, even though they don't have like damage advantage. And I don't think that's kind of necessary if no one can hit you for extra damage. So that's why I'm looking at Erica. And another reason I'm looking at Erica is because shooters are so few far between. There's literally only four in the game. And in order to access in Promised Land the adventure where you get rare mats and stuff, you actually need three shooters, and I'm down one. So that's why I'm looking at Erica.
상황 파악이 안 되면 직감을 믿고 돌진해.
Um,
시간은 기다려주지 않는다고. 얼마나 어려운 상대든 간에 다들 움직여. 움직이라고.
with Erica, I'll start off by saying her element does her justice. Being a light shooter is really good. But when you look at her stat line, she's pretty impressive. I know you'll look at it and say, hey, Avcoor, I mean, her HP isn't S. I mean, when you look at it, her S stats are where they're supposed to be. When you look at stat alignment, it's for the class that you're doing. If she was a healer, A is good. If she's a tank, A is average. But if you're a DPS, you need S in physical attack and S in concentration. I think all shooters, when we start actually looking at them through this lens, in order to be a good shooter, you really need to have S in concentration and S in physical attack. If you don't hit those two marks, well, you're not that great of a shooter because shooters actually have to deal DPS. They don't have the same range of talents as other units. Like wizards can heal. Some wizards can heal. Like Marguerite can heal. Like the fire wizard, he can heal. They actually can give buffs. They do a lot more stuff. You're asking a shooter to kill things, so those stats need to be there, and she has those stats there. The AHP is like the icing on the cake because the higher your HP stat is, the better your survivability is. Plain and simple. And she's running around with A physical defense and B magic defense. You can't ask for pretty much more. And she's light, so she's not taking like extra damage. I mean, her stats are where they're supposed to be. That's why I'm kind of interested in this character. So her unique passive says during the active attack, the damage done, she actually gets damage increase in her kit. I can't tell you how important damage increase is in your unique passive. I wish more units had this, but it's so broken that it's kind of better that they don't because damage increases every aspect of the damage that you deal. It factors in everything. So when you see attack power increases, raises the it just raises this. It just increases this. That's it. It doesn't factor anything else into the equation. But once you see damage increase factors everything into the equation. Whether it be whatever buffs you have on you, whatever effects or influence you, damage increase covers all that. So that's really good. And the second part is she gets extra attack. The next general attack will be launched in a row. That's pretty darn good. This is a pretty darn good character. I hope I get her. I'm not gonna look for Jen. I like Jen, but I already have enough warriors. I don't have any shooters. Except for Brownie, I have no shooters, so it is what it is. All right. The thing what she says about pre-battle is before the battle, she drops the defense. This is a pretty darn good skill. Before the turn, before she attacks, you're already losing 20% of your physical defense. Pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Rain of arrow, the damage 20%. 20% the target's ability to randomize one debuff. Pretty darn good. And this is super good. The user skill, you get like you ignore 20% of the defensive stat, which is good, but it also gives you two extra move. So she moves, she gets two extra move, perfect for PvP. Can't really ask for more, really. This is a really good character. So that's precision step. Okay, this is physical attack power. This is really good. This is the stacking on your this increases your attack stack on the offense. Pretty good. Okay, this is the AoE. Oh, this is where you attack and you enter like where you know with the little plants and you AoE that area and anybody who moves in that area gets hit. That's solid. And this is the when you're around me and you attack, I increase the attack you do. This is a buff. She has a buff, which is pretty cool. All right, so she changes buffs around. She turns buffs into debuffs. And you increase every time you move. For every square you do, you increase your crit, which is pretty darn good. And just anger, it's all right. Uh, it's okay. So pretty much her skills, as far as I'm concerned, is this. This is pretty much it. Her AOE, her single target, and one skill that makes her increases her penetration and makes her go two extra squares. That seems to be it for me because you pretty much want her to deal damage, and with this set, she can do that. I mean, I guess if you want to put this passive on, you can. Um, I don't see the point of this. And it's two. I don't see the point of that. This is one, so I can see that working. Yeah, I can see that. This is one though, and this is two. Yeah, I don't see the point. Yeah, like I said, I think this is it. This is it. If I play her, this is what I'm gonna do. You can do what you want to do, but I just don't see the point because you want this on all the time. There's never a time you don't want this skill. There's never a time you don't want this skill. This skill could be changed out. This skill could be changed out because the cooldown is two turns, which is pretty manageable. She's got high offense potential at her basic attack. Her basic attack actually has damage increase, so that's pretty good. That's pretty fair. I want to talk about team setup, but one thing we have to go over is runes.
아비아 바엘, 등대의 인도로 당신 곁에 왔습니다.
나와 검술 대결을 하고 싶다고?
I didn't talk about runes with Richard because Richard just wants shield, but with this character, there's a couple of runes that you can use. Like you can use Gladiator as you do 20 more damage done in combat because her basic attack is pretty strong because she had damage increase in her kit. So this actually works for her. Also, you could do this because you increase general attack damage, and Vampire also because you recover HP after the attack. But she shouldn't be getting hit, so I don't think this is that important. But she's got like three rune sets I think that work well on her. Few characters have that, so that's interesting to me. And you always want to increase her physical attack. but that should be a no-brainer. So who does she work with? We're gonna go over this real quick because she works well with a lot of people. She's a very versatile hero
새로운 세계,
in the fact that
새로운 시작.
because she's light, she fits into a lot of people's boxes. I think one of her best allies is Richard because Richard's leadership skill actually works well with her. So I would say
기사의
Richard.
영광은 세월에 퇴색되지 않는다. 그대는 나 레온하트가 줄곧 기다려온 동료인가?
And this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Clefairy. I'm looking at Marguerite. And I'm looking at Gabriel. And I'm looking at a mono light team. I'm seeing that coming together because with Clefairy, with Marguerite, with Gabriel, you're seeing a light team come together. You're seeing a pure light come together, and it's looking pretty real to me. It's looking really real to me. And Michael is actually really good.
네? 마지막으로 만난 지 그렇게 오래되었나요? 죄송해요.
Yeah.
방금 유성의 궤적을 연산하고 있었어요.
So I'm seeing a light mono team come together here. I'm seeing the future of this game because Marguerite solidified that in my mind that we're gonna have a light mono team because this character's offenses are so good that between her and Marguerite, you have a really strong 1-2 combination. That's why I said Richard is one of her best allies because Richard plus Marguerite plus this chick, you got a solid core, and you put Clefairy behind that, and you can pick any other character you want. So it's looking like light's going to be the strongest color to me. Some people might argue that, but we're not going to see mono blue teams in PvP. I mean, Charlotte's great, but we're not going to see her paired with a full blue team. That's not going to happen. And we're not going to see a full green team or a full red team. And we're never going to see a full dark team because of Marguerite. That's never going to happen. Marguerite has killed the idea, for me, in my mind, of a full dark team. I don't think anybody would ever do that. If they did, I would have a decent chance because I'm taking my Marguerite to 9 stars. That's how good she is. And because Erica is in such a good pool of light characters, she's not a must get, but if you're playing light, she is. And I'm trying to play light, so I'm gonna try to go for her. But anyways, if you like my content, hit the like, share, subscribe button. I'll get back to you. You have a great day and goodbye.